Hola, my collective thrivers, and welcome back to Thrive with Sunshine, where we rise, we restore, and reclaim our truth. Thrive with zero threshold. I'm your host, Sunshine, Aileen Devi, and today I invite you to take a long, deep breath. Let it all go for a moment because this episode 12 is not about surviving, it is about arriving in a safe place. Episode 12 with the title Safe Place, It's All I Need. Not perfection, not chaos, not even love from another, just safety. Let me take you back to a chapter of my life I rarely speak of. There was a time when silence scared me because silence meant I have to sit with myself, my wounds, my fears, my broken trust. I was caught in a cycle of emotional warfare, manipulation, dress as care, and love masked with control. And when I finally walked away, I did not walk into love or walk into loneliness. But what I found eventually was not just loneliness. It was stillness. It was a space to breathe, to cry, to feel without fear. It was the first time in a long time I was not performing, pleasing, or proving. That moment became my safe place. And I realized a safe place is not a destination, it is a decision. A commitment to no longer tolerate anything that feels unsafe, false, or force. Since I was a toddler, I never truly felt safe. As the eldest of three, I was forced to grow up quickly. While other children played and rested in the comfort of innocence, I was in survival mode, constantly on the alert, acting like an adult just to keep things together. At 14, I began working, not for luxury or choice, but simply to keep my family afloat. I never had a fatherly figure in my life. My mother played both parental roles as best as she could, but it was tough. From a very young age, I had to be fiercely independent. And because I lacked a father's love, I unconsciously went searching for it elsewhere. I crave affection, protection, validation, and in that desperation, I fell into the wrong arms of the wrong men. I was constantly chasing my so-called Mr. Perfect. Somehow I believe would heal my pain, erase my trauma, and rescue me from suffering. But the more I sought, the more I got caught in a vicious cycle of heartbreak and domestic violence. Relationships after relationship, I repeated the same toxic, painful patterns. Eventually, I matured spiritually and began to realize a deep truth. It wasn't their job to keep me safe. It was my sacred duty to protect myself. There came a day when my life was nearly taken from me. I was almost killed. It was one of those violent relationships. That moment broke me, but it also woke me up. I turned to God. I begged for discernment. I could no longer tolerate being invisible, unheard, and unsafe. That's when I found my true refuge. God became my fortress, my savior, my protector. I began praying religiously, morning and night. I distanced myself from the chaos of spiritual war. That's when I found my true refuge. God became my fortress, my savior, my protector. I began praying religiously morning and night and distanced myself from the chaos of spiritual warfare. I started to understand that my true safety net was not in people. It was Jesus, in my angels, and in divine guidance. Since that turning point, I never looked back. Today, I walk in peace. I stand in protection. I breathe in safety because I now know I'm not alone. He is in control, and I'm finally safe. Admit it when I say that I'm finally safe. I've never felt this safe ever. Here are a few ways to start building your safe place. Daily grounding practice. Stand barefoot on the earth or floor. Breathe deep. Say, I am safe in my body. I'm safe with myself. Clear boundaries. Say no without explanation. Distance yourself from draining energies, even if it's familiar. Create a sanctuary, light a candle and calming scents. Journal without censoring. Speak freely in that space. Make it yours, safe from judgment or noise. Divine dialogue. Speak to your Creator. Pray for safety, not just in the physical, but emotional, mental, and spiritual. Let's define it together. What is safe place? It is where you can be fully seen, fully heard, and still feel completely held. No more walking on eggshells, no shrinking to fit someone else's expectations, no fear or backlash for simply being yourself. Where do you find it? We find it in prayer, in nature, in journaling, in our body when we are still and grounded in God's presence. And yes, eventually in safe people, safe environment, but not only after we become safe for ourselves. Why is it necessary? Because safety is the soil in which we heal. You cannot bloom in chaos. You cannot thrive when you constantly flinch. If you have been in toxic love, abusive, dysfunctional childhood, homes, manipulative cycles, your nervous system is likely wired for threat. You may mistake adrenaline for attraction, control for care. But here is the truth. Real love feels like peace. Real connection does not cost you your soul. And real growth begins when safety is honored. Let's close with affirmation and a short guided visualization. I want you to find a comfortable position. Close your eyes if you're not driving. Let's breathe together. Inhale peace and exhale out fear. Inhale truth and exhale out chaos. Repeat after me. I am worthy of safetiness. I am a sanctuary of peace. I no longer tolerate what unsettles my soul. I invite calm, clarity, and divine protection. My safe place begins within me and follows me wherever I go. Now I want you to imagine a warm light surrounding you, soft golden glow, wrapping you like a blanket of grace. This is your safe place. It's always here. You can return to it. You can trust it. Trusting that you are feeling so much more better right now and you are definitely in a safe space with me. So thank you for sharing this sacred moment with me. If this episode touched your heart, share it with someone who needs a safe space today. Thank you to my new subscribers, and to those who are yet to subscribe to me, please do subscribe to my YouTube channel, Sunshine Aileen Devi, hashtag Thrive with Sunshine, for more healing, love, and power. Remember, Thrive, zero threshold, or truth. Until next time, stay grounded, stay aligned, and always choose peace. And that's where your safety net is. Peace over chaos. So yes, Travis, don't forget to subscribe, like, and leave a comment below. My collective Travis, what has ever made you feel truly unsafe before? Let's talk about it. It can be anything that is subjective to you. But if you have ever felt unsafe before, it's time for you to open up, to speak your truth, and share it with a safe person and a safe environment so that you could feel safe within. And more than ever, the most safest place you can ever speak to is the man above. My most trustworthy, mighty counselor. So you should try that out too. So don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and share back here at my YouTube channel, Sunshine Aileen Devi. Till then, I'll see you for the next episode.